Outlaw Sports is brought to you by Molson Canadian, made from Canada, and Rocky Mountain Barbecue, Alberta barbecue cuisine at its best.
Let's go around the NHL, Grant, and let's talk about a few different things. First of all, I want to ask you, what's the difference between the Flames this year and last year? Brent Sutter and Bob Hartley. Is there a difference?
Yes, there is.
Okay, tell me why.
Watching the Flames, remember that commercial, Bits and Bites? You put your hand in, you don't know what you're going to get. Remember that one? When I watch the Flames, I don't know what I'm going to get.
So you got in that coffee.
When I used to watch them under Brent Sutter, I knew it was going to be kind of boring.
Yeah.
I kind of like watching them because I don't know what I'm going to see.
Yeah.
That's good and bad.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they look really bad, like lethargic. And then sometimes, like against Phoenix, they look pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about Bob Hartley's Flames. More skill up front, more wide open, those long stretch passes. You would never see that under Brent Sutter. More Jay Bouwmeester, the best skater on the team, is flying out there on occasion and doing stuff. So the answer is, at least it's more exciting watching Bob Hartley's Flames than it was Brent Sutter's Flames. The only downside is, it's not every game.
Okay, now maybe the town just got tired of of Sutterville, but it's not like this guy is not a good coach. I think more than anything, Grant, they just got tired of him and quit buying into the way he preached and the way he taught and coached the game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so. But they didn't have Yuri Hudler, and I think he has more skill on this team than they had before. It's Berchi wasn't on a Sutter team, so it's just it's built for more offense, more skating than it was more defense under the Sutter. So I think they're on the right track. I don't think they're there yet. Long ways to go.
Have the Chicago Blackhawks surprised you in how fast they got out of the gate and how they've extended for so long? Right now, if the playoffs were to start, they would be the odds-on favorite to win. And it's amazing that it wasn't too long ago that they were the Stanley Cup champions, had to break up that team, but the way they've restocked it and the way they've come back, and their young stars are more mature now, but still young. And they are a powerhouse in the NHL.
And one thing the media does wrong, and maybe fans too, is you look at a team like the Hawks that had a down year last year. Some of the stars didn't play that well. There were some injuries. So you base what's going to happen this year on a poor season last year. And so I didn't expect the Hawks to be this good based on last year. But they are so impressive. They're not blowing teams out. On the weekend, they won 1-0. I mean, they barely won against Columbus Blue Jackets to go 18 games at the start of a season with at least 1 point. So I'm not totally surprised, but a little bit surprised that they're this good.
Do you think their goaltending could still come and bite them in the butt?
Well, that's a surprise. They won 4 or 5 games with Ray Emery in goal. Ray Emery, who was, run out of the league, was playing overseas, had a major hip injury and things like that. So Corey Crawford, though, has 2 shutouts this year. And, if you're a good team, look at the Flames. When they win, they've got Joey McDonald in goal, and they can still win. If you're a good team, your forwards, your defense are playing well, you don't need Mika Kiprusoff in goal or Henrik Lundqvist in goal. You can have good goaltending, not superstar goaltending. If you're a good team, everybody's playing well. So I think they can win with Corey Crawford.
Do you think that was what was wrong with Anaheim last year? Bad goaltending, Randy Carlyle gets
and Jonas Hiller was a goalie having an off year, but I think he was hurt. He had some strange injury. He's playing well, and they got that Swiss guy Fast, I think is Victor Fast.
Out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere. Anaheim Ducks. So I'm mildly surprised Chicago Blackhawks there, Mike, but I'm really surprised Anaheim Ducks because last year I thought they were just falling out. Getzlaf couldn't get it going last year. Neither could Corey Perry. They had Timo Solani flying, and he's flying again this year at, what, 41, 42 years of age. So the Ducks are my biggest surprise. And Hiller's playing well, Fast's playing well. And the biggest guy that surprised me most on the Ducks is Saku Koivu. I think he's right behind Getzlaf in points, or pretty close to that. I mean, here's a guy that's battled cancer a number of years ago. Here's an aging veteran, like a Solani, not quite Solani's age, but still starring in the NHL. The Ducks are flying.
Maybe you have to look at that with Jerome.
Well, yeah. I mean, if Jerome had a go, if Jerome was, I've said this before. If the Flames had drafted in 2003 Ryan Getzlaf and not Dion Phaneuf, and Getzlaf was your go-to center with the Flames right now, I think Jerome would be flying right now, just like Slaney.
They've never had anybody to truly compliment him, have they?
So maybe that's why Saku, Koivu, and those guys can do well, because there's that structure, there's that strength down the middle.
The Vancouver Canucks goaltending situation continues to surprise me in the fact that, you know, everyone expects something to happen with Roberto Luongo. This week against Detroit, they leave him in there for 8 goals. To me, that doesn't do much for a goalie's confidence, and it doesn't do much for his marketability if indeed you are trying to sell him. But maybe this year they're just going to bite the bullet and say, let's just go through the season with what we got.
I thought that was a real strange thing, and to me that's a bad thing for a coach to do, is to leave a goalie who you like and who has won for you and has played very well for you, Roberto Luongo. Alain Vigneault kept Luongo in there for the 3rd period, and he allowed 3 more goals. Why do you not take him out to avoid embarrassment? Luongo admitted it was embarrassing how he played. He took full responsibility. I think that's poor coaching. I don't know why they would do that. The Canucks aren't playing back-to-back games. They don't play until later this week. So I thought that was a poor coaching move. I remember back in the mid-90s when Dave King was a coach of the Flames and he had Trevor Kidd and Rick Tabarachi in goal. He was forced to play Trevor Kidd in a playoff. I think it was against San Jose, maybe 95. Management said, you're playing Trevor Kidd as our goalie of the future. But Dave didn't have confidence in Trevor Kidd, and he wasn't playing that well. He wanted to go with Tabarachi, but he couldn't. He was getting shellacked, shelled. Trevor Kidd was. King just said, stay in there. He did. So to me, it's a coaching decision, not to save the guy in goal. Bring him out, let him cool off, avoid embarrassment. I blame Alain Vigneault for that.
I want to just end on one final note. The goal of the year so far, Zdeno Chara of the Boston Bruins. Holy cow.
I didn't see it.
Oh my God, what a goal.
A slap shot from
No, it wasn't. It was a Bobby Orr kind of thing. He takes a Marchand feed, does the spinorama, beats a couple of guys, and then goes up top shelf where Dad used to keep those magazines.
Can you show me that?
I will. You are seeing it as you talk.
Hits the brakes, opens up a little bit of a seam. Chara, the big reach. What a huge pirouette, and the big man scores. An incredible move. 6'9", and he's a ballerina.
Whoa.
There, nice.
Oh, yeah, I missed that. I was watching women's curling, I think, when that was going on.
Okay, why? Because you like hearing, hurry hard, hurry hard. Reminds you of the old days, or what?
I mean, I remember Tony Spallettini, who, by the way, congratulations to Tony. He's the Sportsman of the Year for Calgary for 2012. Congratulations. Where was I? Yes, he said if you close your eyes and listen to women's curling, it's like watching porn. Or listening to porn.